was one of those weekends, man, that, it felt like everything coming together. Like it just felt good, after all the experiences that we've had, going through it. It just felt like this is why we do it. A couple years ago, none of us were doing that.
Yeah.
None of us were coming out together in races. And then just to see everybody coming together, and then as they're finishing, they just hear the loudest cheers from the whole group.
Yeah, that energy at the finish line was insane.
It was insane, bro. They had to stop. Like they had to tell us to get out the damn way because we were blocking up the finish line. I already know how this works. Once you open your mouth with some negativity, especially when you're doing something hard, as soon as you open your mouth, you're opening up the vent for fucking all the negativity to. It's like you're allowing it, to come in.
It's time we unite, yeah. Put our differences aside, yeah. And fight for our lives, yeah. I said they hit us in the morning way before the sunrise. Didn't give us one.
What is up, guys, and welcome back to the Nesian Build podcast. The Baldy Boys are back for another one, and this is the Pacific Islanders podcast where we tell you about our stories and our lessons of our journey to help you on yours.
Yes, sir.
AJ, Mark here, another one.
Yep, 47.
Number 47. Been a while. We've been kind of busy, been doing a lot of stuff for the brand, for the run club.
Yep.
The run club's been hitting hard lately and getting after it. So we've been doing a lot of stuff, and it's been cool. It feels like we've been getting after it lately, especially with the group. So it's nice to be back and get to talk a little bit about it and everything that's been going on the past couple weeks. So, yeah. And I mean, it's the day after Mother's Day. We're recording this right now. So we don't normally record on Mondays, but we had to adjust based off of, the Mother's Day weekend and
I had
stuff
some
like
PTO
that.
to take.
Yeah, and Mark had PTO he had to use. What were you doing that day?
It was my birthday.
Oh, yeah. It was Mark's birthday. He's
Turned 52.
No, he's a lot closer to 40 now.
Yeah, just a little bit closer.
Days after he runs a half marathon, second half marathon, right?
Yep.
Second half marathon, he turns 39 years old.
Yeah.
Dang.
That was a birthday present to myself.
Dang, watch the knees.
This is my midlife crisis.
How was your... How I didn't really get to talk to you very much about like the race itself because
there was a lot going on that day.
Yeah, there was a lot, and just trying to get with everybody, see, because a lot of them it's their first races. So I mean, this is your second one after your marathon in December. How did this one feel compared to?
I think this one was a little more laid back.
Yeah,
because I had already done a half. I did a full. So I'm still nervous, but I tried not to let that get to me. I'm like, well, what am I nervous for? So I didn't have like a set time frame. I just wanted to finish. So going into it was real chill, but going through it was a different story. That was a different story. I had always wanted to run the Tacoma one after seeing you do it a couple times. Yeah, I thought crossing that bridge was pretty cool. And then coming out of the Point Defiance Park, you kind of oversee the water and the finish line. I thought that was a pretty dope finish.
That's the best part. Yeah, right there. Yeah.
And then seeing that split between the half and the full, knowing that I don't have to go down that far and kill myself, it was a good feeling. But it was still pretty tough. It was nice. It was freaking nice for that day. Yeah. So it was a little warmer than I anticipated. You saw me. I was in long sleeve. I had a jacket on before we started. So I don't know what the heck my problem is, but I feel underprepared if I don't have all that stuff on me. Because
that's what you're used to running.
I'm used to running it with all that. Yeah. So, but it was good. A lot of hills. Yeah. Way hillier than I thought it was going to be. I had heard some, because even a couple of guys at work, they've done it before. They were telling me about it. So I was like, oh boy. Yeah. But AJ said it's not so bad, but I feel like there was way more hills in this one. So, ended up doing a lot of walking, but, and then I broke a rule. I put my shoes are on the way out. You know what I mean? Oh, yeah. My running shoes. So I had put some insoles in them that day, and I had not been using them throughout the whole training block or whatever. So I decided to do it on race day, which is a big no-no. And I think it messed with me in the beginning with my shins.
Because they're not formed to your feet yet.
Yeah, and I had only used them a couple times before, honestly. Yeah. So I think the angle of my, because it gave me more heel. So when I was running, when we first started, man, instantly my shins were like, nope. You just all the way up into the bridge, even beyond the bridge. It was hurting. But that threw me for a spin in the very beginning. Yeah. I was already back of the pack. And then my less than a half mile out, my shins were on fire. And I'm like, dude, I cannot stop and walk right now. I just started. What the hell's going on? You know? But I did. I had to stop and I had to walk and I had to let the, you know, I was like, you know, I just got to push through. Once my legs warm up, I should be fine. And that's what happened.
Yeah.
So once I got into the groove, once my shins warmed up, then I was able to go. But
so you're able to run across the bridge and everything?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because right after the bridge comes another hill.
It goes straight up.
Yeah, straight up another hill.
Yeah.
So
I think I had to walk on that one too. You know, I was just you know what? Let me just, because according to the graph, that was one of the biggest.
Yeah, it's a good
climbs,
long one, and then right after that, you cross the street, and then there's another
you gotta go
little
up,
climb up to that water station. But
my only goal was to finish before Pal gets across that line. I said if I cannot finish before Pal finishes, I gotta rethink my plan here. But it was fun overall. It was still pretty fun.
Yeah, it was a fucking it was one of those weekends, man, that you know it felt like everything coming together. Like it just felt good, you know, after all the experiences that we've had, you know, going through it, it just felt like this is why we do it. Like if you really think about the whole weekend, and like it was kind of like a short, like out of nowhere thing where we wanted to put together on Friday. So basically Friday we put up together a shakeout run. Everybody met up just to do a little
pickup,
shakeout. Yeah, you do your packet pickup, you pick up your bibs and stuff like that for everybody that's racing that weekend. And then we did a 1 mile run together, just, you know, kind of talked, hung out, and then
get a game plan for afterwards.
Yeah, and let everybody know what's going on basically for the weekends. For some people it was their first race, so they kind of want to know what, you know, how it kind of works. And then Saturday we showed up and we were able to watch a bunch of people run their first one. We got to see the kids, and the 10Ks, 5K runners, the 10K runners, the kids, man. Like one of the dopest things that I saw was like the people that finished the 5K first is not who I expected it to be, but you know, like to see Wendy and Jaden like come through, finish their 5K in, I think it was 31 minutes or something like that, right? And they didn't think they'd run that, you know what I mean? And they just didn't, in their head, that's not a time that they thought they would run, you know. And I can see that in their face, but they were running hard, they were pushing themselves, and it's cool to see that. And they crossed the finish line together, basically, right? And then you just see the effort that they put into it. When they're done, they're just huffing and puffing, and they're both just like, I'm gonna get this. Like
even right before that, when they passed me on the lower part where you loop before you get to the finish line, I could hear, I think it was Wendy, she had like a rhythm going for both of them. I don't know what it was. It was a count or something like that, but I could tell they were kind of in sync, and you know, it was kind of
like a breathing rhythm.
You'll see her in the video, but I heard it when I was there. I was like, oh, she's using that to get them going and to keep them, you know,
keep going
in sync. So that's pretty dope.
That, and then we had multiple kids finish in, you know, in their first or second in their age groups. Like I think one of Joe's daughters was first in her age group, and I think that was
Jada.
Yeah, Jada was first in her age group. Jaden was first in his age group. I think it was Maddie and Levi were, I think, second in their age groups. Like that, how cool is that? It's their first, like all their first races, and they go out there and they perform, they show up, and it's like a couple years ago, none of us were doing that. None of us were coming out together in races, and then just to see everybody coming together, and then, you know, as they're finishing, they just hear the loudest cheers from the whole group.
Yeah, like, that energy at the finish line was insane.
It was insane, bro. They had to stop. Like, they had to tell us to get out the damn way because we were blocking up the finish line. Oh, really? Like one side, the lady had to come over and like basically, can you guys move over because you're blocking the finish line? Like that shit is fucking gold to me, bro. Like I fucking loved it. I love seeing everybody come out there, and then I like seeing that they pushed themselves and they look tired. Like they look like they tried.
Up,
yeah, you know what I mean? And fucking want to wake up on a Saturday morning at 6 o'clock, 7:30 to go run this shit. But you know, that's how dope it is. And then we all got to do it together, and we got to see everybody, you know, try something new and really feel the rewards from effort like that, because that's when you feel the best.
From all the training.
You feel your best when you do something hard and you accomplish it. You know, and then we go into Sunday. I mean, fucking even I saw Liam. When Liam crossed the finish line, I was
that boy
watching.
Had to step across that last little bump there.
He slowed down, and then he like saw Heather, and then Heather hugged him, and then he did a little like just fell into her arms. Like, how badass was that? Your kid ran his first 5K.
Yeah, he was when I got to him in the lower part of the loop. Yeah, I gave him a last bit of push because he was dragging too.
Yeah,
I was like, "Come on, dude, you're right there. You have to finish strong, push." And then he just started to pick it up, and
how crazy is
gave
that,
a little whatever he had left in the tank. So that was pretty dope.
And don't try and hide it from the people, bro. Tell him what. Hey, how was his time, bro? In comparison,
he beat me by 1 minute.
Look at that.
If it wasn't for my push at the last minute, there, what I'm saying, he would have just waddled in there 42. But I was like, I don't have to be on top. I don't have to shine. I'll let him shine. Let me give him the push that I needed.
See, he got that, man.
He literally beat me by a minute.
Yeah,
about a minute.
Like that's badass, dude. And then
can't see me on a half marathon though.
he won't try that yet. Nah, he's not ready for that. Not yet. That'd be way too much, bro. But then we're going to Sunday, and Sunday we had Powell. Powell was running his the full marathon. He was the only one of the group running the full marathon. And then Joe, me, you, Ching,
Andre,
Vince, and
Anthony,
Vince's brother. Yep. And they're all running the half marathon. And then Andre, my 13-year-old son, runs his first half marathon. Yeah. And for real, super proud of what he did, man. Like, when I was 13, I was not running 13 miles. That's for damn sure. So like, I was super happy. Like, and we had a moment out on the course, man. And it was, for me, it was big. And I'm sure, down the road, right now, it doesn't seem like much to him, but down the road, it's like I always say, I'm tough on him. And I'm, I just like, it's just like I told him afterwards, like, there's a reason why, I'm tough on you, dude. Yeah. Like you literally he went 7 miles basically without saying a word. Like, he was good. Like, and his longest run before that was 5 miles when he was training for it. He was just running 5 miles. Dang. And we got out to around 7 mile mark or something like that. And we hit that hill that's going into the 5 mile park. Mm-hmm. And you go downhill, then you're coming back up. And he started he already said something earlier. And I already know how this works. Once you open your mouth with some negativity, especially when you're doing something hard. Yeah. As soon as you open your mouth, you're opening the vent. You're opening up the vent for fucking all the negativity it's like you're allowing it, to come in once you open your mouth. And he said something like, "Oh, I just wish I was just kind of like sitting on the couch, or I just want to walk," or he said something like that. Yeah. And I already know it's coming. It's coming. Something's gonna happen very soon. And maybe half mile or less, he wanted to stop. He wanted to walk, after the hill. And I was like, see what I'm talking about? Because in days ahead of it, I'm trying to teach him and tell him what he needs to do so that he's prepared for it. I'm trying to set you up for success, man. Yeah. Drink water, stay off your feet, and just relax. No, he went Friday. He wanted to go play basketball with his friend. Or Saturday, he wanted to go play basketball with his friends. All right, go ahead. You'll learn from it. Yeah. Told him to drink water. First thing he grabbed when he was supposed to drink something, he grabbed a soda. I was like, all right, you'll feel it. Don't worry. And then when it came to the race, that's what I got. And I got on him for that. I was like, you wouldn't have felt that way if you would have just listened to what I told you. You would have been fine.
Rest and water.
Hydrate. I gave you everything that you needed. I'm trying to set you up, man. And, I also get it too, like 7 miles deep, like for the first time. I get you're feeling tired. But it's like, and I told him from the beginning, at some point, it's going to get hard for you in this race. Yep. And we just have to push through that. We're gonna be there together. But you have to push through that. It's gonna hurt. I said, you're not gonna walk into this and it's just gonna be easy. Yeah. And he just had that moment, and he felt it, and then after that, he crushed it. Like, got over that little hump. We walked a little bit, and then we just got to stepping again. He just needed water, and he didn't want to drink he didn't want to eat the gels. He's like, he didn't like the taste of it. I was like, well, it doesn't matter if you like the taste, you need it, so you should take it. But and he felt the effects of that, and it's like, did you learn? Did you learn? I'm just trying to teach you, man. I'm trying to set you up for success. I want you to win. It's not that I'm just barking stuff at you. I want you to win, so I'm trying to set you up. Yeah, that's it. But I talked to him afterwards and got to the point and told him, like, dude, I love you. Like, this is me just trying to show you how to win, how I've been able to get over it and learn all these things through my pain. So I'm telling you, I want you to do well. And he still did well either way. Like, for a first half marathon, 13 years old, like, I think he was 2:06 or something like that. Dang. Like, he smashed it. Yeah. So I'm super proud of what he did, man. And, it's just crazy because, like, that's something like he can go to his friends. His friends ain't running no half marathon. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Nope.
Their parents not running no half marathon.
Nope.
And it's just to because it's hard. And it's just like at the start it was so fucking cool. Me, him, and my wife ran that whole thing together. You guys all out there. It was one of the coolest things I've ever fucking done. Like I love going doing races and setting PRs and going and trying to crush PRs, but that shit is way more meaningful to me. Like being able to do that with my wife, like and my son, and then now. Like I've always thought, Memorial Days, I go out for my rucks.
That's right.
And I started with I did it by myself. Andre came along with me. And then now me and Ching are just like looking towards the future. We better stay in shape so that maybe one day all 5 of us can run a half marathon together.
When she made that post, I was like, that's a cool thought.
Yeah, it's just these are the things that keep us
there next.
And it's just like those things that keep us on the on the right path to making sure that we take care of ourselves for not just for ourselves but for our kids. So. The whole weekend was just fucking dope as hell. Like, and then Pau got his PR. I think before this, his PR was like 4:30 or something like that, 4:31, somewhere around there.
Yeah.
And then he was able to got into a 4:05. So
that was if chip time.
Yeah, chip time ran 4:05. So like props to him. Like he went out. Did his thing. I know it was like just same thing again, like just towards the end. It hits you, man. Like it's always like that. It's like there's that whatever point in the race where it just comes and it hits you hard. And it's like you just
plus that's a big gap between 4:30 and 4:05.
Oh, yeah,
that's
big
a huge gap already.
It's already hard to take that much time out. Even just even just to take 5 to 7 minutes off your time, that's hard still. Like just to take that much time off. So, a lot of like big props because to take fucking 20-25 minutes off, like that's crazy. Yeah. So it's not easy to do. And obviously the work that he did, running consistently, this is probably the most consistent he's ever been. Yeah. So it obviously showed, so it was really good to see that he got, the reward from, the work that he put in. So it was cool to see. I went out on the bike with him and saw, it's just one of those things where it's just like you see a lot of those people in pain. It's like I fucking been there, man, and it's it sucks.
You see people in the pain cave.
Yeah, and and I'm like I'm constantly like trying to put myself in that situation too. Like like I'm going out for more races, so I'm gonna feel that, and it's just like watching other people go through it and just like how do they deal with it when it happens? Because I remember when it happened to me real bad. Like I dealt with it a certain way, and now I know how to avoid that much, pain at least, or that feeling that way. And it's like other pains that come with it. But still, I mean, it hurts either way, but it's just what you're dealing with. And I was able to, it was nice because I had the e-bike, went out there and met him up.
It must be nice with the e-bike.
Yeah, bro. It was, yeah. And I was thinking about you when you had the bike. I'm like, that would have sucked for real.
Especially after you already ran a half marathon. Your legs are already, did some work.
It was all right. It was just more, I was just cold riding on that thing. But I met up with Paul at mile like 20, 21. Yeah. And just coming up the hill. And then, what's that? On the way back, saw people hurting. So, I came out. I didn't have no water. My stupid ass didn't bring any water out, but I had like the salt tablets and stuff like that. So, and I was really just there to, I just want to be there with him to help him because it's nice to have somebody other. Because when you're with me, even though you don't even have to say anything, but I just know you're there, and someone's right there with me. I know, like, fuck, he's here. He came all the way out here to ride his damn bike with me. I better push, So it's just that same thing. I just kind of want to be there and then, talk him up because I know it's lonely when you're out there on that side. It's lonely, so. It's nice to have somebody there with you. And I was just kind of trying to talk to him and just sometimes not even talk about the race itself or just talk about everything else that's going on, just to take his mind off the pain and stuff. And
refocus.
Yeah. And then I saw other people out there like hurting. So I was able to help out, give some salt tablets. I had a whole bottle with me, so I'm just passing them out. like fucking.
This guy giving out drugs on the course.
Yeah, that's the crazy. But I thought about that after I gave them to some girl, and she's like,
some white pills in these kids.
Yeah, she don't even know who I am, and she's just willing to take. But I guess
when desperate times call for desperate measures, boy. Yeah. Even me down back in the park area, I saw a girl. She was she was flat out on the ground.
Oh, for real?
Cramped up. I'm like, and I had salt tablets on me too. I was like, hey, did you need some tablets? She's like, no, I got some. She's like, I'm just waiting it out now, waiting for it to kick in. I was like, okay, just making sure. I know what that feels like.
Yeah, that sucks. Especially when it's like the cab.
But she finished strong though. Eventually, when I got back, and then I looked up, she was like full sprint in.
Oh yeah.
I was like, damn, she got over that quick.
Shit.
So
yeah, fucking Pau got done. Vince and Joe got a PR.
That's right, Joe.
Yeah, Joe smashed. I mean,
Dude, shout out to Vince's brother. That was crazy, man.
Yeah, he cramped up at like
they were
what, Mount
moving,
9
though.
or something.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, and his longest run.
I think they both beat my first time.
Really?
Yeah.
Even though he was cramping up and everything.
Yeah, bro.
I think he said they cramped up.
What was their time? Do you know what their time was?
I'm not sure.
Oh,
but I know because Vince called me as I was running down about to finish, like, and I was coming over the overpass where you can see the whole finish line and all that, and then my phone's ringing, and I'm like, dude, what? Someone's been calling me right now. So I pick it up, and then I talk to him. He's like, bro, what's up with because my aunt's cramping right now. It's like, oh shit. And I'm like, bro, just I think I don't know if I told him then or like after, but. And I eventually ended up talking to him, I think, afterwards. And it's like, just if you don't have any salt tablets, just give him GU gels, or give him gels, something to feed, the cramp. There's potassium, there's electrolytes in the gels, just whatever he can get until you get to the next aid station. But once you get to the next aid station, down a bunch of Gatorade. Like that's the best thing that's going to get the cramps away, because the aid stations only have water and Gatorade. That's all they have. Yeah. So
I think one had GU gels.
And one of them did. Gels. But I mean, other than that,
but not really anything much.
Just to get you going, or just to get you so you can keep moving, just down some electrolytes, some Gatorade. So, and they were able to finish, and they finished together too. And like, how cool is that, man? Like the longest run, I think they said that Ant did before the race was 3 miles.
That's what was blowing my mind, dude. I was like, wait, because I asked him at the start, I was like, so this is your first run ever? He's like, yeah. Nothing else, no 5K, nothing, just straight to the half. I was like, wow, dude.
Dude, that's crazy, bro. It's nuts, bro. So like, it was fucking so cool to see that, dude. Like, and like, just families, the families, and they're doing something hard together. Like, who the fuck nobody is trying to go out and fucking go through pain like that, and cramp up. And then, you got, oh, fuck, I'm cramping up. I got 4 miles left. I still have to run. Yeah. And you don't even know really what that feels like, because usually your run is fucking done like 3 miles. So it's like to see everybody go out and do that and accomplish it, and just hearing the cheers. And then you have the person speaking on the announcer, just like, getting a bunch of cheers from that side. And it's like, we're the loudest group there.
It was crazy, dude.
Right?
When I was running in, I was like, holy crap, dude, this is crazy.
Yeah, dude, it's so good. And just them mentioning it so many times. Like, every time one of our people was coming in, and just how loud the group was being. Like, that's so damn cool, bro.
We even made their little official reel. Did you see that? Did Vince send you that?
No, I didn't see
the Tacoma City Marathon, their little video of the weekend. Yeah, I think Joe and his family made it in there. And then me and Liam made it in there, like towards the middle. Yeah. Yeah. I was like, yes, I did it again. Because I made the Seattle one. And then I made this one too. I was like, yes, go.
Wow, famous guy.
Run influencer.
Yeah, bro.
It was dope. Nesian Bill got in there though. So we're in there.
It was cool, man. And then we went right after the race. We went and got ice cream. We're all just trying to get out of there. Like, after a while, we were trying to get out of there, and met up. Went to Dreamers in Tacoma. Shout out to them, man. They took care of us, and the ice cream's good. Like, I had a milkshake, and she was so good. Everybody was happy. Hung out some more, and bounced out. Now we're ready for the next meet. Hopefully everybody's good to go.
I was thinking about that. What's next?
Yeah. Or,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, next meet's this weekend, and we'll see what everybody else, a lot of people that I've spoken to, they have next goal. It's like, they ran a 5K, they want to run a 10K. Yeah. And fucking half marathons coming up, all that stuff. So, we're going to try and do some other things for NBRC, like try some other stuff, some other cool shit to keep it interesting. And I got some plans, and then we'll start group workouts probably next week, week after. So like, full circle, just making it happen, just helping our people, open minds, open hearts.
Yeah.
Get healthy,
cool. Really
just
cool to see all that, man.
Be more conscious of it, and it's just dope to see people fucking win, bro. Like,
what a huge contrast from just you being there to run it.
Yeah.
To everybody there for the weekend.
And that's, I mean, you're there, right? Like, that's basically what I told the group. Is like, dude, think about just 2 years ago when I ran this, and of course, I'm never gonna forget that day, because I went through like so much pain and shit, and it was my hardest marathon fucking yet, Yeah. And to go through all of that, and then wanting to quit, basically saying, this is going to be my last marathon. I'm never going to fucking run again. I went from telling myself that I'm never going to run another marathon to running another one the next year, accomplishing the goal that I almost quit on a year before that. And then 2 years after that, we have a whole group of people out there going after races and their goals, and, pushing themselves, and efforts that they don't normally, put into stuff like that. And just getting a little uncomfortable
Yep.
and accomplishing goals and winning. And it's a whole group of us. There's like 40 of us out there.
And everybody's supporting each other.
And everybody's supporting each other. Like there's people there that we never met that were either new to the group or there's just different people that were there.
A couple people fly out.
Yeah, people flew up from Alabama, Arizona.
And my cousin flew from Puerto Rico.
So
that's hella far.
Like it's crazy. Like even that, like just everybody was just out there supporting each other. Like you see an NBRC shirt on, that's our people. Like and just cheering people on. And I can tell you that we've been to how many races? You don't ever see a group that big of Pacific Islanders. Like that's the point. Like we really want to make. We want to show that we were out there. We had representation out there now. Yeah. Like we were out there for our people, and then we're gonna continue to be out there for our people. And there's hopefully we just grow enough to keep really showing that we can do this shit too. Like you know what I mean? Like it's hard, but we can do it too. This is something that's outside of what we normally do, what we normally see, but it's something that we can do. And
I think it's good that everybody was there too, because like you're right. It shows that we can do it. So from going from just you, Ching, Jules, Pal, me, and now it's like it's just slowly growing more and more and more. And then that last weekend, man, with that many people out there, it just goes to show, people just got to be willing to give it a shot, give it a try. Yeah. It might feel weird, it might seem out of place, but it's possible, man. Anybody can do it.
Yeah, And it's just like, and then just seeing all these guys go from like not doing it to running their first 5K. Like all this shit seems big. All of it seems big when you're first gonna do it. Like the 5K seems long. The 10K seems long. The half marathon seems long. It seems so out of reach. Yep. But as soon as you take those steps and you do that one race, and then like it's like BJ. Like BJ ran his first 5K.
BJ's kind of a cool storyteller too. Just knowing that, what was it, like 2 years ago he said?
Yeah.
He's like, bro, I'm not a runner. I'm not going to run. He wouldn't do it. And then finding out that he did, showing up to the run club first of all. Yeah. And now he did his first 5K.
And he finished with his sister too. Yeah. They crossed the finish line together. Yeah. And it's just that right there. It's like the 5K might seem crazy now, but once you run that half marathon, then you're like, that 5K was nothing. When you thought, now they're almost equivalent. The way you thought of them, now they're equivalent, So it's like seeing people just do that, and you just keep leveling up. And it's a race, right? It is running. But that's why I like doing it and having everybody else join in and do it, because once you do that with running, you almost apply that to everything else. Yeah. It's like we apply that to the business all the time. Like we're at a certain level, but we never thought we would get to. Then it's like, all right, let's open it up to the next goal and see if we can get there. Then we get there and we're like, okay, that wasn't that bad, So let's get to the next thing. So we just keep doing that, and that's what we want people's minds to open up to. Is you set that goal, go for it, open your mind to the next goal, and see what else you can achieve. See what else it brings. Like you might think it's just a race, but on the journey to getting to be that person that can run that race, you're opening avenues that you didn't have before because you weren't open to them. And it's like I'm glad that I get to see all these guys, and the kids especially, bro, because it's opening their minds to shit that they wouldn't normally see. They would have just been watching us play softball, drinking, and now they're seeing other stuff, and they're going out there and doing stuff that's hard that their friends aren't doing, so at school aren't doing. So it's cool. Let's see what happens with them. Let's see what cool shit they accomplish down the road,
because they now have more time to evolve. You know what I mean? I mean, it took us how long and late in the game to get into this stuff, and they're already there. You know,
we give them a head start.
Yeah, give them a head start. Yep.
And just watching everybody do that, man, this weekend. That's why I love it. That's why I love doing this shit. We're a clothing brand. Yeah, I get it, but it's like this was always the mission. Like this was always the part that I knew would fulfill me the most, is seeing everybody else, go out there and win for themselves. And that's why we keep going after it and doing it. So, and, the goal for next year, like, I was just telling you right before we started, it's like, okay, so we were talking about this yesterday at the Mother's Day table with the crew. But, so you know how you notice when you go out there for the Tacoma race? It's nothing like Seattle, because there's not a lot of volunteers. There's not a lot of aid stations, water stations. Like on the back half, there's like nothing. There's 3 water stations on the back half. In the 13-mile span, you only have 3 water stations, bro. So it's rough. It's rough back there, Yeah. So we were talking about it.
Yeah, you're right. There was nothing in the park, huh?
In the park?
There's not.
What park?
In the Point Defiance Park.
No, it's only when you're about to get out of it.
Yeah. No, but, okay, yeah. There's
nothing in there. But they used to have one before you. Oh, there's one like right when you're about to get in.
When you went.
Yeah.
There was one kind of in the middle.
Yeah, there was one that wasn't there this year that I remember was.
That's the one I was looking for.
Yeah, yeah, I remember because even me, I wanted to get water or something. Yeah. But there's not that many volunteers that go out there, and it seems a little more unorganized than like Seattle. You know, when you go to Seattle because it's bigger, they have to be more organized in that place, that location. But we were talking about like how cool would it be to just have a bunch of MB volunteers. What the crazy part is that a lot of us are running it, so that's the part that kind of sucks. But let's say all the people that run the 5K, 10K on Sunday volunteer on Sunday, you know, and the people that are running the race on Sunday just volunteer on Saturday. Like just have more representation, have more people out there just helping the race itself. And then next thing you know, in my head, what does that lead to? Sponsorship. Yeah. Next thing you know, MB becomes a sponsor of the Tacoma Marathon, you know? Yeah. And that's the kind of shit that I see. Like it's a possibility. Yeah. You know, and we want to be a part of it because we want our community to be a big part of it and contribute to that whole race that kind of made a big deal in my life. It tested me. It pushed me. And then it pushed me now. It pushed me to push myself and then get uncomfortable. And then now we have a whole group of people that are kind of doing the same thing, and now they're just spreading it out to their own families, their own friends, and we just want to keep continuing to do that because there's people that want to come, man. There's people that they need this, you know. They need the family, the community that's gonna be there to help support them and cheer them on, and do something like this that's a little uncomfortable, but it helps them, mentally, physically, all that. Our community needs that, and this is what the kind of stuff that we're trying to put out. This is the kind of community that we're trying to grow. And that's why I always said, like, when we're going to start NBRC, that it was going to be a certain way. And we had to set the culture a certain way of how this whole thing was going to be. And it had to be supportive. It had to be a family environment. So us coming out and the kids being part of it, everybody had to be right. And the right people came out, you know. The right people have stayed. At least, you know what I'm saying? Like, we had a whole group of people that came in the first meet. But the people that are still here and still going along with us, and you kind of see a core group form. Yeah, amongst there's a core group, and it's the right people that are staying. Yeah. You know, it's like anything. If the people that don't want to, be part of that, or they don't fit, they weed themselves out. Yeah, nobody has to say anything. They just weed themselves out, so they just don't show up, and it's fucking brutal honesty. Like that's just what it is. Like people just, and some people it's not their time. You know what I mean? Eventually, maybe they come back around to it, but you know. But, we see the core group now, you know? Yeah. So. It's about to turn into the Nesian built Cepeda Run Club, bro. Joe's family, bro. Just everybody's out. It's like it started with him and his wife and his kids. And then, damn, everybody's flying out and shit. That's so fucking dope.
I know people are like, who are these people? Where are they coming from? What's going on here? I'm looking at you like, what's going on over here? Who is that? But it was still cool to see. Just the support is so dope to see.
And it's cool because you see them like they support each other.
Yeah.
Like
you can see it in them. Yep.
Yeah. I love that shit, bro. But yeah, man,
they're a tight unit.
That was basically NBRC race weekend, which the first real race weekend we've had, like all together. Cool as shit, and I hope for many more to come. Yeah, because it's one of the coolest fucking things we've done. Like I said, I think I told everybody too. I was like,
it's gonna be the annual Nesian built Tacoma City Marathon run.
yeah. It's like I was telling those guys, I think at ice cream, I was like, this is of all the things that we've done in Nesian built. Like we've won Labor Day championships, like as a team, and that's cool. It's fucking. Got a good squad, good people and everything. But this is fucking probably the coolest thing that we've ever been a part of or have done together. Like, cause this is not just fun. This is hard also, This
is stepping out of the norm. Yeah. Really, is what it is.
Exactly. It's not just being part of it and being the best, in one way, but we've done a lot of fucking things, man. But that was like, it definitely felt like one of the coolest fucking things we've done.
It was a dope weekend, man.
Yeah. And I'm just looking forward to what everybody else has. And we have other stuff going on during the year. And we'll see who else gets involved in that. And, I hope more people come out to Run Club and just join us. Like it's really easy. An easy way to get in and an easy way to, start a journey that to better yourself, because we have a good group of people that want to help you, that want to support you, that want the best for you.
Yeah. And we're all at different parts of the journey too.
Yeah, and we're all at different levels of all of it. So it's
some fast, some slow, some right in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
I'm in the middle. I notice every time I run, I'm in the middle. There's nobody. I look front, no one there. I look at the back, no one's there. I'm right in the middle.
By myself.
I need some people to come join me in the middle.
So
we're all at different parts.
Yeah.
So
yeah, it's a great place to start, man, and I like the fact that people are enjoying it, and you see people evolving, and it's the family's growing. Everybody's getting closer and closer. The more we get together, the more we want to do, the more cool shit we want to do. So it's dope, man. And now we have other stuff going on, and we have 51-mile relay race in a couple weeks.
I was just looking that stuff up today.
Yeah.
Yeah, the maps and stuff like that.
Yeah, because they just released the new legs, because I think
it's on June 7th, right?
June 7th, yeah.
Because I was seeing all kinds of different days on the website.
It might have been old
One
stuff.
said June 6th. One said June 7th, 2024. I'm like, what day is it?
I think it was old stuff.
Okay.
Because even, some of the stuff was still old. Even I was clicking on. But
like they just didn't update all of it, right?
Yeah, because I think that the whole thing with the route having to be changed, I think that affected a lot of stuff. So they're trying to get the route done before they update the rest of the stuff. Yeah. So a route just got done because I think a bridge or something messed up with the whole route. So they had to readjust, throw some new legs in there, and I think they threw it in towards the end. So that's how it's working. So there used to be like an 8-mile hard portion in like the forest area, the woods. Yeah, that's cut out now. That was gonna be my portion. I wanted that shit bad, but that's gonna be cut out now, and they added just two 6.5-mile legs at the end, and me and Pa are gonna hit that, so we're gonna take those. So it'll be cool, man. It's gonna be a different challenge. It's gonna be something like, you run a couple miles, then you gotta wait for an hour, 2 hours or something, then you gotta get up and go run again. So we're basically all running 4 times each. There's 12 legs. We all have to run. We have to run in order. So most likely, my wife Ching's gonna start us off, lead us out of there, because the mileage total for her legs is gonna be less than me and Pa. We're gonna take on more of the miles. So she starts first, and then it'll probably be me, and then Pa. And we have to stay in that order throughout the whole race. And we just keep kind of tapping each other in. So doing that, it goes from Mount Rainier, Mount Rainier, like the base of it or whatever, somewhere in there, and then into Ruston Way, basically where Tacoma Marathon was at, like on that waterfront side. Yeah. So we finish over there, and it's hit the finish line. Hopefully all healthy, no ankle sprain, everything good, and just got to learn something about ourselves and just do it as a team. So that's the cool part.
That'd be cool. I'm excited to see that.
Yeah, it's something different.
It's different,
because we ran we've done the marathons, half marathon stuff, but this is like something that's a little different. And I think hopefully next year I'll run it solo. Like it could be my ultra that I've been.
Did you see? I saw something on Facebook. It's called Freedom 50.
Yeah, I saw
marathon.
that.
You saw that one?
Yeah, and I was actually I thought I told you, because I was thinking about just running that.
Because it's mostly flat. I was thinking I'd run by myself. Not yet, but I said, if I plan on doing an ultra, I think I want to do that one.
The 50, but it's all on pavement. That's kind of rough. But 50 miles,
but it's flat, so that's what I need.
It's 50 miles. It's a 50 mile and a 50K.
50 mile and a 50K. Yeah.
So
you can do one or the other.
Yeah. So I was thinking about just doing that before the relay. It's 2 weeks before the relay. Then I was like, let me not overdo it, because I actually have basically started marathon training yesterday. So the relay is going to be kind of part of it, the training. So I'm just using that. But
for Portland?
Yeah, for Portland. So I'm starting early, real early. So I want to be a little more intentional. Yeah. And more.
What is the deal with Portland? Is that something you guys just going to go down there? Or what's the deal on that one?
That's a PR weekend, man. I'm trying to PR that.
Am I going down there? Are we documenting that? Or what?
Yeah, bro.
Okay, that's what I was wondering. I was like, you said Portland, but
no, we're going down there.
What part of Portland? Obviously.
Yeah, it's Portland. Like it's up there in the city area. So, yeah,
What day is that again?
October 7th or something.
October. Okay.
Yeah, it's early October.
It's gonna be cold.
I don't think it'll be that crazy. It's still kind of warm during that time. It's not too bad. Yeah. But yeah, do the relay, and then we have Portland. I think Joe said he's gonna run a marathon. That's gonna be his first marathon down there. So he's
in the running capital of the world. He's gonna go down here his first marathon. Oh,
yeah, that's where Nike's at, dog.
Ooh.
But yeah, Joe, and then
let's go, Joe.
Yeah, that's gonna be badass. And then Pau's gonna run it too. I think our goddaughter, Eliana, that's down there, and Jewel. I think they're gonna run the half marathon. It's probably gonna be her first half marathon. At least that's what they were. Jewel was talking about. So that'd be cool, man. I mean, I don't know. I don't know anything about like the course in Portland or nothing. It was just a good date and time frame, and it's close. It's not too far from here, so I thought it'd be a good point to go ahead and try and I want to go for a PR this year. I've been running a couple that were just a couple marathons just for fun. So I want to kind of test myself and train hard. And the PR is set for sub 350 right now. And I don't know, I'm going to push myself through training, and whatever I get based off of that, I'm going to push myself and see what happens,
You're like Truett Haynes, sub 350 or die.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, it's going to be, I just want the train to be harder than what I want the race to feel like. So I want to put a lot of miles in, do a lot, really just basically working on my speed stuff. Just need to get faster, getting where the fast just feels normal. So doing a lot of that. But yeah, yeah. So we got some races, and then I'm sure we'll have a gang of us doing Seattle too. End of November, beginning of December. So
November 28th, right? I think
is it this year?
I think so.
Shit.
I got 29 weeks, boy. I counted.
You're doing the marathon, right?
Yeah. I got to run that one back, man.
All right.
I did. But you guys don't have to wait for me at the end of the line.
We waiting, bro. I like it because
it's going to be a sub 7-hour marathon. That's what my goal is. I got to knock 45 minutes off that.
Bro, there are some people out there, when they were running, I was like, how are they running faster than you, bro?
I don't know,
bro.
I don't know. You know what it is? I told Heather this time, I said, I got to stop messing around with the treadmill, man. I really got to.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I do a lot of my recovery runs on the treadmill. It's just so convenient, like when I'm at work.
I don't think that's a bad deal, though. I think recovery runs are fine, but I think when you're doing like speed work or your base miles, you do the that speed work
stuff. Speed work is all on the treadmill.
Yeah. The recovery stuff is just recovery stuff. I think that's miles. It should be slow and all that anyways.
Long runs are still on pavement. Definitely, but recovery runs and speed runs were all on treadmill. So it's like I'm selling myself short there, I think, on that one. I'm getting a good workout, but then when it comes to hitting the pavement, it's a different story.
You guys are hitting some hills too, man.
Yeah.
Hitting some power.
Yeah. I think there's a Lakeland Hills area, not too far from where I live, that's actually has sidewalks that I can actually run. So, yeah.
Not even like long hills, like just short hill sprints, stuff like that. Yeah. I think that'll help you get the speed up. Because I'm going to be taking on a lot of that. So whatever I do, I'm going to tell you so that you can try it to get faster.
Yeah. It's going to be, you got to get that one right this time.
Boom, boom. Races. Dang. But, hopefully, finishing out the year, we have stuff going on. And, there's a bunch of stuff going on that even with MB, we just dropped a bunch of stuff. We had new hats come out. We had
3 different colors.
Finally got some Keep Stacking shirts that we've been wanting to kind of release some Keep Stacking stuff.
Yeah.
And we talk about Keep Stacking a lot. We that's kind of like our thing. Just keep stacking the work, keep stacking, all those habits that you have that's gonna help you achieve your goals. And that's why that's the shirt that we wanted to get out and kind of put that motto out. But then the big change that we're making is the ambassador program. Yeah. So we get a lot of people that ask about, being ambassadors, but I've kind of had to like turn them away and be like, the ambassador program right now is not running, the way that, we initially thought. We started in 2021. So that was a long time ago. And what we had then and kind of what we're doing now is a little bit different, right? Yeah. So it's just kind of like those, it's basically just a learning thing and just learning like what, kind of what we want to do with when it comes to like having people that run with the brand. And of course we wanted to be able to incentivize the people that, help us share and promote the brand. And then also, just do it in a way where, they are rewarded for it even more, but also like have have all of it like tracked better and them
a better way to keep track of all that. Yeah,
all that stuff because it was
before it was very manual.
Yeah, very manual, and it was so I went digging, and we able to find the perfect way of like how we want to run it and exactly the style that we want to run
it's more of
so it's no longer an ambassador program. The ambassador program will be shutting down completely at the end of this month, May 31st, and on June 1st we'll have the MB affiliate program, and that's going to be open on June 1st. You can jump in on our website and put in your information, become an affiliate with MB. I go in there and I'm the one that's checking. And I mean, for me, it's just people that believe and that want to share, the MB mission and the MB brand. People that want to help us do that. That's what what we're looking for. That's what we're looking for. As long as you share the same values that we hold and that we've always put out here, we're down for it, and we want to spread it and show that we're on a mission that's bigger than just selling clothes, and we want to incentivize people. So like if you become an affiliate, you basically are able to offer 10% off to, your followers, your friends, your family, stuff like that. And then you also, on each sale that's used with your, that's made with your coupon or your link, you get 10% commission off of the each sale. Yeah. So that's how we're going to run this from now on. You can just, June 1st, it's going to be popped up right there on the website. You can put in your information. We'll track it. I'll go around, make sure that the people that are, in there that are applying and putting in or representing the brand and what we stand for the right way, because I want to make sure that that's a big deal, because I don't want any kind of like misrepresentation or like false advertising or anything that promotes anything negative that's not actually like helping people, and it's more on putting people in a bad situation. That I have to cut that out, and I have to disable those things. That's not what we want for the brand. That's not what we want for our people. So we just make sure we take a look at that and make sure control that, so.
Which like a lot of other companies do. Yeah. When it comes to that stuff.
Yeah. So we just want to make sure we're doing the right stuff and we're doing the right thing for the people that support us and the people that we want to share, the brand and the mission to. So, I've been trying to figure out an affiliate program or some kind of, some adjustments to the ambassador program. I've been trying to figure it out for a while. I've been having to turn down people for a while with the ambassador program, just not accepting anybody new because I didn't want them to come into the same program that we haven't fixed yet over, the last couple of years. So this was the new way of doing it. And
sounds like it benefits both ends.
Yeah. And definitely like I'm excited about people being able to earn some money off of promoting the brand. Like that's for me, that's a big deal. I think it's cool that we're able at this point to pay out something. You know what I mean? And it's maybe it's not a crazy amount, but it's something just for promoting a brand, and something that if you believe in it, then it's not really that much work, right? So if you already create content on social media and you already do that, like
it's just a cherry on top.
Yeah, you just earn some extra money. So affiliate program, and I'm excited about it, man. I'm excited to see how that goes and see what we build from there. And also want to, looking for, to sponsor some more people that are committed to the, to their craft, and the people that are really doing stuff, that are trying to do stuff and, pushing themselves and spreading that also. Like those are the kind of people we're looking for. People that are kind of changing the game for like what we're used to seeing within our community. So I'm looking out. I have some people in mind already, and I'll be reaching out probably to them soon. I want to grow the team, and I want to grow the people that help us do this shit, man. Because we need good people, and we have good people for sure already. In the groups that we're close to, and especially with NBRC and stuff. But it doesn't hurt to add more good people. So can't do anything but benefit each other and help each other through all these things that we try to do. So looking forward to it. We have events coming up. Like we have that's not until August though, end of August, and then
the Marianas
Marianas Festival in Oregon.
Down in Oregon,
and then the week after that we have Labor Day probably hoping to get into some softball tournaments too. Maybe hold an event here at the shop. Maybe, we'll see. Just depends on that. And then we just run it. Like
run it.
Like Warren says, bro. Run it. Yeah. So well, I mean, there's always stuff happening. So this year's been a little different. I mean, it's been different. I feel like the focus has been more on the group stuff and doing, building that. And that's something that's crazy too, just because the fact that like I wanted to do that last year. Yeah. You know what I was saying? Like I wanted to do it last
Ironman,
year.
You had Ironman, all that Ironman shit in the way.
Yeah. And I'm really glad that I was able, like, I focused on that, and because this is fucking the coolest part. Like, getting to do that. That's why it's like I like to put a lot of focus into it because it's affecting other people's lives in a positive manner. So I like doing it. Yeah. Like I love it. So I know that it's weird because like the content is mostly about the group stuff, and then we put out some stuff about the new drops and everything like that. But that's kind of what it's gonna be. It's gonna be a mix of everybody getting to watch their people fucking win, and then we drop some shit, like, and you get to get some shit. Yeah. You know what I mean? And that's what it's gonna be about, because this brand is about the people, and that's why we started. It's to represent our people and represent our foundation, and we're gonna keep fucking doing that. Not just talking about it, but we're gonna be about it, and we're gonna keep doing that. So. It's the best part of this whole thing. It's honestly the best part of this whole journey. Like, so glad that, I've gone through my pains and all the days that I sit there and doubt, like, why am I fucking up again running in the morning, or why am I running these miles and all this stuff? I'm like,
lonely miles.
Yeah. Like I've run majority of my miles by myself, and then all this cool shit happens where I get to go to Saipan and I'm running with a bunch of people, like, and it just, it kind of like cancels each other out. Like I run all these like fucking 100,000 miles by myself. Then I get to go to Saipan. I'm running with like 60 people. Then every other weekend, I'm running with the NBRC group. Like, that's fucking money, bro. Like I love that shit. Like there's nothing better than that. Like knowing like all those times I'm on a run, I'm just doubting like, fuck, why am I doing this, bro? Nobody gives a shit. I know nobody gives a shit. But then when I get to run with other people, this feels fucking right. This
That's
feels
where
good.
It pays off.
Yeah. And then getting to see them run races and all that stuff.
Yeah.
I love it, man.
It's a pretty epic weekend.
Yeah. We'll see how much better it can get. We'll just keep going, baby.
Yeah.
Keep going. But yeah, man, I think that's it.
That's it, That's it.
That's it.
I was trying to think myself, is that all that?
Yeah. I mean, fuck. Talk about that. I didn't really like talk about that. Because I didn't really talk about it on BBC. I didn't want to go too deep into that stuff. But yeah, we had when I went to Saipan and everything, going out there and getting to run with all those people in Saipan. Like we had the meet. Like I said, they didn't know how many people were gonna come. Had about 60 people come out. Big, huge thank you to my friends that helped me, kind of put it together, get information for me while I was back here I needed, bringing the coolers and tables and being there on time. Like that's a big deal to me. Being, they all did their thing and they helped me out, man. And yeah, I really appreciate them. And then everybody that came out and ran, I got to meet a lot of people, a lot of new people, and then people that are out here now doing stuff, same thing that they normally weren't doing. Out there running, getting after it and doing stuff. And that's why we do it, man. Like if you feel like you're winning, that's that's what we're putting out there. And that's what we want to keep putting out there, because like you're going to have those days where it's just shitty and it's just, I don't want to do this and it hurts and all that. But when you keep pushing and you get through, those pains, like we haven't made it. Like I know that. Like I don't feel that way. I don't feel like, the goal hasn't been reached yet. But it definitely feels like we're getting closer. It definitely feels like we're taking steps in the right direction. And that's what I get excited about. Like when just being able to run out there, it was like a fucking dream to me, bro. Like it was just like, this is the stuff I dream about. Yeah. I get to fucking run with all these people. They came to run because of our run club back in Washington, like
which had just started, really.
Yeah, it was like I think that was the week. I think the weekend before that was like our third meet or something like that, third or fourth meet, and for that to start, and then they came out because they saw the content and they saw that what we do out here, and those people want to be a part of it, and they saw and maybe they came off for free shit, free shirts and stuff too, but. That's dope too, Yeah. You get some MB gear, but I enjoyed the hell out of it, man. I got to meet a lot of people.
To see that, all that, going on.
And then it was just cool because I got to share it. And like they covered it on NMI News Service with Brad, and I've known him since I played ball back on the island, so it was cool that he remembered me at least.
Dang,
and then,
that's crazy.
Yeah, dude. And then we got on, talked about it, and got to share it. Kind of share what we're about here at NB, all that stuff. And
did you do an interview with him?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know if I saw that one.
No, we did. Yeah, we did the day of that morning, and then he came out with the camera and interviewed a little bit more after the run and stuff like that. So just getting to meet all those people, getting them out there, getting to talk to everybody, hear about their stuff, hear about their journeys, and so I love to hear, man.
Yeah,
I love to do it.
That's pretty dope.
Yeah. Yeah, I really had no idea how many people were going to come to that, and then we just kind of showed up.
We had talked about that, yeah.
Like, whoa.
Well, if anybody shows up, we'll see.
yeah.
And then,
or just going to be another run by myself again,
Yeah.
It's just going to be that. Either way, I'm running, so.
Yeah.
It was a good time, bro. Like, I really appreciate everybody that came out to that, and, that's for all of us out here. And everybody that's part of NBRC was really fucking happy about it too, man.
Yeah.
Because, like, all of it is because of them. Like, NBRC... like showing up every meet like they do, and those people showing up in Saipan to run, that's why they showed up, because they see these guys in NBRC showing up every meet and just putting time out there and effort, running in the rain, cold, whatever it is that day. Everybody just shows up and we get after it.
Yeah.
So
you guys did that in Seattle, yeah? That was the Seattle run. It's freaking cold and wet out there.
Yeah, but the one at Tacoma was definitely worse. You missed that one too.
Oh yeah, I did.
Yeah, that one was worse. It was definitely just real wet, and it was just dumping the whole time. We didn't even stay long afterwards. We just all kind of bounced out. It sucked, but yeah. So, yeah, man.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm blank. I'm like, yep.
Yeah. No, I mean, there's a lot of shit going on too. Like, at least in my life, like I'm back at a place that I never thought I'd see again. So like I'm adjusting to that, adjusting to new life and daily stuff. And that's fucking, and like I think about it all the time because it's like I've transitioned so many different things like since starting MB.
Yeah.
But I feel like that's the excuse that a lot of people make. It's like when these different life changes happen.
That's how that's their out.
Yeah, that's their out. Right. So I've had 2 kids since I've started NB. I've got fired from a job, basically, had to get a bunch of different jobs, different schedules, and then going back to the place where initially started MB, going back into that environment, very different environment, not an environment that I've been used to the last 3 years, right? I'm up here now, like everything's up here.
It's different. You're a different
very
person.
different. So now this is like a challenge to me. Like as I was telling, I was telling my wife, it's like this is a challenge to me now because I'm a different person than I used to be when I was working there before.
Yeah.
And for me, it's about staying that person that I became over the time I've been gone, and not letting
going back.
Yeah, not letting that environment
dictate
what's going on with me and in my mind. Like I just know, and I already feel like I can easily like block it out. And I know what I'm about. Like I know what I'm about outside of this job. Like I'm here to do my job and do it fucking well. And then I'm here. Then I got to get out and I got shit I got to handle. Like I know that's what I'm about. I'm not about all the fucking stupid shit that we were all like part of back then. All shit talking and all that crazy.
It was the Wild West. Hey, we were still growing back then.
Yeah, it was definitely and we just started MB during that time. MB was actually a lot smaller than it is now.
Yeah.
So MB's in a different place. We're in a different place, and my thing is making sure I don't become that person again, because if I become that person, MB goes back to becoming that person or becoming that brand. And that's not what we represent anymore. So if I go back down, MB's going back down. So we're not doing that shit. But I mean, I'm grateful for the opportunity for sure. Like the place has changed. There's a lot of opportunity, and it's just something I got to do. It's part of the journey. It's a way for me to, once again, figure out a way to navigate through, these things that I have to do to keep MB running, to keep going, to keep moving forward with the ultimate goal and ultimate mission. So I'm down for it.
Yeah.
So, looking forward to see where this goes.
I was going to text you that, hey, so we're going to meet up at San Antonio or what?
yeah. It's like, we got it. Well, somebody went over there the other day. Was it Qdoba, bro?
Qdoba, yeah.
Dude, we used to eat that shit way too. I'm not going back there. I'm not eating Qdoba. That's for sure. I already know
I haven't eaten Qdoba in a minute.
Yeah, good. Don't touch it.
Because I'm no longer in that area, so I'm safe.
It's not safe for you. You shouldn't be eating it. No. I don't know how we ate that shit so much.
I know how.
I'll check out Sam Choi's though. I don't mind that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bro, I'm bummed. Totally off note, but I'm bummed they closed the one in Tacoma.
I didn't even know they had one in Tacoma.
Yeah, bro. We've been there. We went there twice.
For real?
Yeah, but they closed it down. So I was like, damn it. Now the only one open is Seattle, and I don't go to Seattle. Seattle and the airport.
Well, just go to the airport. But you got Illinois right down the street from your work.
That place, yeah, I do. Never mind. I don't want to say anything, but yeah, I'm good.
It don't matter what he say, he's still going there.
No, I'm done going there, dude.
Shit.
I haven't been there in a minute either.
No.
I meal prep my lunches now, so I'm safe. I'm
Good man. Good man.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Ground beef and rice, and broccoli.
Broccoli.
Yep. This week's gonna be chicken. I got some chicken this week.
You get marinated in the Primal Kitchen sauce?
I gotta go get that.
Yeah, you gotta try that.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go get it tomorrow. That's when I do my meal preps.
Has to be at least overnight when you marinate it, bro.
Yeah.
Has to be.
What do you get?
Chicken thighs.
No, the marinade.
Oh, it's teriyaki, no soy teriyaki.
Oh, okay.
Primal Kitchen.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I did buy liquid aminos, not the coconut ones. And it's different.
It's different?
The coconut is sweeter.
Mm-hmm.
And then liquid aminos is just like a soy sauce.
Oh.
It's,
salty?
It has a salty flavor, but there's very low sodium. No sodium. So
let's try that too.
Yeah. I did that in my meals this week. Or this past week. It's just like a regular ass soy sauce. So like, I'll use that. I could do that.
Yeah, that'd probably be good for fried rice and shit.
Yeah.
Like with the ground beef and rice. Yeah, man. Hey, shit. Life's happening. We're just doing it. And yeah, we appreciate you guys for joining us. And we're just sharing what's going on and talking about what's been happening. And actually, we're going to be recording another BBC episode this weekend with a new guest. So look forward to that. We'll be talking about something that a lot of our people are part of. So he's in charge of, he's a big part of like putting together what's going down. So we'll have him on and then we'll drop that with the BBC. But yeah.
Dope. Shout out to everybody. Showed up this last weekend, man.
Yeah. It was fucking amazing.
Yeah.
It was amazing. Yeah. But keep showing up, man. Keep stacking. You know how we do. But yeah, I think that's all we got.
That's it.
Yeah, you guys know the deal. Go out. Be your best. Always do that shit. Island style. Let's go.
Said they hit us in the morning way before the sunrise.